friends, welcome back to Cleaning Therapy. My name is Jenny, and today starts week 1 of our spring cleaning challenge. Now, if you're new to my channel today and you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry, I'll explain everything during the video. But I'm gonna go ahead and start here in my pantry, and I'm just gonna get everything out so I can deep clean and declutter my pantry. So I'm just starting by pulling everything out so that I can clean these shelves off really good. And I noticed that there was some scuff marks on the wall, so I'm gonna use this magic eraser to work on those a little bit. Now, if you are new to my channel today, I just want to officially say welcome. My name is Jenny and I'm married to Tony, and we have 3 kids, and we live here in southern Louisiana. And on my channel, I love to share tons of cleaning motivation, as well as decluttering and organizing, decorating, and a few home projects. I started my channel to try to encourage others to use cleaning as a tool for depression and anxiety, and that's why my channel is called Cleaning Therapy. And I truly believe that cleaning can be therapeutic if you have the right mindset. There are so many good ways to manage your mental health, and I use tons of different ways, but cleaning is one of my little go-to kind of tools in my toolkit. So it's one of my go-to stress relievers. And the tagline here on my channel is Clean Your Way to Calm. So today is day 1 of our Clean Your Way to Calm challenge, which just is a way for us to all clean together and relieve stress and get all the benefits of a decluttered and clean home all together in the month of February. If you'd like to join us for this challenge, I would love to have you. You can go in my description box and you can look for the email sign-up list for the Clean Your Way to Calm challenge, and you'll get a free checklist with everything you need to clean and in the exact order that you can clean it, and we can clean our way to calm together. And I am so excited to announce that a very good friend of mine, Kristen, is actually going to be completing the challenge on her channel. And her channel is called CORA'S Cozy Castle, and I'm gonna have her channel linked in my description box because her video is going out right along with mine today. So after you finish this video, make sure to head on over to her channel and subscribe while you're there and tell her that I sent you. I'm just getting these little canisters all dusted off here before I put them back in the pantry, and then I'm gonna take those larger gray bins and declutter those as well and get those washed out. And if you're on Instagram, I'm at Jenny Teel for my personal account, and then I have an account for this channel as well at _cleaning therapy, and you'll get some channel updates on there as well as motivation for your cleaning challenge. And I would love it if you guys would tag me with your clean and calm spaces. So as you're going through the challenge and your house is just getting transformed and just looking so amazing and so clean and calm, I would love it if you would tag me at _cleaning therapy. I would love to see your spaces and celebrate with you. And if you have a cleaning channel and you want to film yourself doing the cleaning challenge, make sure and tag me because I would love to come over and say hi and see how your spaces came out as well. I wanna stay wide open. Now that we have all the housekeeping stuff out of the way, let me know in the comments what you guys are up to. What are you cleaning? Are you doing the challenge? Are you doing some other types of cleaning? Are you getting ready to do your spring cleaning? Just let me know in the comments what you're up to and what kind of cleaning you've been doing around your house. I'm just gonna go ahead and wash these bins out because they get really nasty from all the treats and stuff that go in there, the kids' snacks, and they just get dusty and dingy. So I'm gonna go ahead and scrub those out really good, and then I'm gonna put them back in the pantry. And I do wanna eventually do like a pantry makeover. I think that would be so fun just to paint inside there and put up some new shelving. So I do see that happening in the future, but for today, I just wanted to get it nice and deep cleaned. I don't know if any of you guys have tried these recently, but the little Emmy's coconut cookies, they're so delicious, and they come in the chocolate and the vanilla, and I just wanted to point those out because I have been loving those. They're very satisfying and they make such a good snack. And how the wind makes way across the fields.
Let me take a breath. Let me be a part of something real. Someone said it's better when you hold on.
And this rack right here, I don't know if you can see, but there's like cobwebs on it. I think there's actually an insect on it. So it definitely needs to be cleaned really good in the sink here. And I do feel a little bit bad because the order that I filmed this video in, like all of the insane motivation is toward the end of the video, pretty much like the second half of the video. And I'm not saying that so that you'll like skip ahead, but I'm just saying that if I could have put the video in reverse and like put the last half of the video first and this part last, I probably would have, just to keep it a little more interesting, but it would have been really strange because it goes from light to dark, and so if I flip-flopped it, it would go from dark to light, and I thought that was really strange, so I just left it the way it was. This is actually how I filmed this video in chronological order. It took me all day. I think I cleaned for about 8 hours. So you're gonna see 40 minutes, but this is actually 8 hours of cleaning.
That's how you break inside. You don't need to worry. Somebody's waiting down the line to pick up the pieces. Hey, you'll be alright. You'll be alright. There will be someone waiting down the line.
And again, with this project, I am just following straight down my checklist in order. I tried to create the checklist so that all of the cleaning tasks were in order, from cleaning from top to bottom in your kitchen, so that you really could just kind of take your mind off of what should I do next and just follow the checklist. And so far it's working pretty well, but you guys need to let me know how it goes this week. And then next week we'll be working on our closets, so I'm really looking forward to that. I can't wait until all of my closets are decluttered and the clothing is decluttered and they're nice and deep cleaned.
Over and over we fall.
Next on my checklist is to clean the inside of the microwave. So I like to just take a cup of vinegar and microwave it for about 5 minutes and then let it sit for about 5 minutes. And just be careful because it's going to be really hot, and the glass tray inside is really hot too, so get your oven mitts ready. And then I have this little vinegar spray. It's vinegar and Dawn dish soap and water, and I just spray a little extra on that too, just to kind of make sure it's wet before I start wiping, and everything really does come off very easily when I do it this way. And I know a lot of people complain about the smell of vinegar, and I'm one of those crazy people that I love the smell of vinegar. I get it from my dad's side. We are all vinegar fanatics. So I love the vinegar smell, but if you don't like the vinegar smell, I heard that lemons work really well too. You can put lemons in a bowl of water and microwave them, and you should get the same results.
I'm so tired of fighting. I fear I lost my faith. Is there something left for us to say? Over and over we try.
So now my microwave is all nice and clean and sparkly, except for these little areas. I don't know how this all gets in here, but it just gets really dirty and dusty. And so I wanted just an easy way to clean that out. So I went and grabbed a Q-tip, and I took that same hot vinegar that just came out of the microwave and just dipped it in there, and it just came right off. So that was a really easy way to clean that. To deep clean the outside of the microwave, I'm just gonna first go over it with a hot soapy rag. This is a microfiber cloth actually, and I have a little bit of dish soap on there, and I just wanna clean it before I shine it, because my normal little cleaning routine is basically just to shine my microwave. see I have the Wyman's, and then I go ahead and I shine it. But I wanted to deep clean it first because dish soap like Dawn or Palmolive is a degreaser, and so I wanted to make sure I actually degreased it first before I shined it up. But you don't want to leave it wet, so if you do wash it first with dish soap, don't like leave it wet. Make sure you dry it off if there's going to be any time between you washing it and shining it. So here it is, all nice and shiny and clean, and I'm really, really happy with that. Now to deep clean my faucet, I'm going to use Barkeeper's Friend, and I just think that that's going to be the best way to kind of have a scrubbing agent because it has the baking soda in it, and so it'll really pick up a lot of the grime that's kind of around there, soap scum, all that kind of stuff. And it also kind of shines it up because, you know, when you use this in your sink, it shines up your sink, and so I found that it shined up my faucet really nicely. And it might depend on what kind of faucet that you have. Some faucets you probably don't want to use Barkeeper's Friend on, but mine is just stainless, and so it works really well.
Nothing's gonna hold us down. Yeah, we are taking off the ground now. Stay with me, we're aiming for the sky.
And I'm just going to continue using the Barkeeper's Friend here in the sink as well, and then stay tuned because we're going to be deep cleaning the disposal, and I've got a really nice tip for you guys on how to do it, and it's going to smell so nice and fresh.
Anywhere, we'll get there by and by. My soul wanted healing consolation. You and me were in the moment we've been waiting for. Come summer, winter, fall, or spring, no matter what the future brings, nothing's gonna hold us down, 'cause we are taking off the ground now.
To clean the disposal, I like to put a cup of ice, and then I mix baking soda with lemon essential oil, and I just mix it in a mason jar and then put that in and then put more ice. And then you're going to want to just run the disposal with no water first for about 30 seconds, and then with water for about 30 seconds as well. And then you're done, and you can turn the disposal off before you put your hand in there and clean the little rubber tracking part that's inside. That little combo did a great job of cleaning and deodorizing the disposal. Next on the checklist is the cooktop. So I'm using the Mrs. Meyer's cream cleanser to clean the cooktop today, just really because it smells good. And I'm using my little sponge and just good old-fashioned elbow grease to get this thing cleaned.
Aiming for the sky. Anywhere, we'll get there by and by, by and by. Stay with me, we're aiming for the sky. We're aiming for the sky. Anywhere, we'll get there by and by.
And once it's clean, it always looks a little bit cloudy, so I like to go over it with the glass cleaner, and that just brings back the shine. And stay tuned because we've got plenty of decluttering and organizing motivation coming up very soon.
On a treasure hunt, I long for something new. Have you heard the fairies when they sing and dance? Oh, I wish it was me every night. When I close my eyes, I see.
Next on my checklist is to declutter my kitchen counters. So before I can deep clean the counters, I have to get everything off, and I'm taking this opportunity to put away my winter decor. And I'm not going to see any decor in this space until spring. It's going to feel a little empty, but it's really the only way that I can get everything deep cleaned and also really honestly just take a break from decor for a couple of weeks. It doesn't hurt to just have a clean slate, and that way when you go to decorate, you really aren't like hindered by anything that's already out. You can just have this blank canvas to create on. And if you're wondering why I have a baby crib in my fireplace area, our 2-year-old Alex just went to a big boy bed. Well, it's a little toddler bed actually, it's not very big, but we have his crib here for donation, and so that's why I have a crib right there. But I'm just gonna get all this stuff cleaned really well and all the winter decor put away so that I can deep clean my counters.
Lives in me. I know I don't yet know it, so I trust you when you say that beauty lives in me too. It's gonna take some time to get there.
And just to point out, I do leave some things out, like staple pieces like this. It just has our salt and pepper shakers and, you know, that little tray that you saw with the picture on it. I do kind of have some year-round staples that I decorate around. Let me know in the comments if you have some year-round things that kind of stay out, or if you kind of change everything out with the seasons. I feel like my decor style is pretty neutral and very simple, and I just find that having the staple items just makes everything easier, and I can kind of decorate them for pretty much any season. And it just keeps it simpler for me so that decorating is a little more fun and a little less overwhelming. But there's no right or wrong, it's just whatever is easiest and best for you. But I'm curious as to how you like to do decorations.
I lose my breath whenever I see you.
I was just going to spray down this pitcher, but when I looked inside, it was so dirty that I decided to just wash it in the sink. It's just easier that way sometimes. And then as soon as I get finished with one other thing on the counter, my soap dispensers, I'm going to actually deep clean my Keurig. So you're going to want to stay tuned if you need a little inspiration or motivation for deep cleaning your Keurig.
You set my world on fire.
And this soap dish had so much soap scum on it, I couldn't believe I let it go that long. I think it's just hard to see because it's white on white. Like the soap is clear, and so it's so hard to see. And I honestly did not know it had gotten that bad. So I'm really glad that I got that cleaned off. And same with my Keurig. When I pulled out the tray and you guys saw in the intro what it looked like, could not believe that there was so much gunk in there and the drippings from the coffee. So I went way too long on that one. So that was definitely a lesson to me that I need to clean that way more frequently. So the way I deep clean the Keurig is first with vinegar. So you fill the reservoir about 3/4 with the vinegar, and then I let that completely run through. So you just do however many cups it takes for all the vinegar to go through, and you're gonna see that it's kind of pushing out all the coffee grounds and coffee, you know, the water's gonna look really murky. And then when you're done, it's gonna look a little more like this. So then you just fill it up with water and do the same thing, but just with water. And then that kind of just gets rid of like the vinegar smell and taste. And then I take out this little pot holder and I just take it apart and I grab a paper clip and just kind of straighten it out. And that's a good way to clean inside the needle. So you can clean it in the pot holder, and then you can clean it also in the Keurig itself, the top needle. You can clean that out with the paper clip. And then I'm just gonna deep clean the pot holder before I put it back in, as well as the reservoir. And I'm putting in a wet paper towel to go through this part. Just be really careful because you don't want the needle to come down on you if you decide to do this. I don't know why I chose a paper towel. I should have done a washcloth so that it wouldn't disintegrate so easily, but thankfully it stayed intact. But that was just a good way to get some of that coffee out of there. And then I'm just cleaning around the outside of the Keurig before I come to this tray part. So the top part wasn't so bad, but the bottom part was really hideous. So I knew that it wouldn't just come right off by scrubbing it. So I actually filled it with vinegar and just let it sit for a while. And then when I thought it was maybe possible to clean it, I grabbed a toothbrush and just kind of went to town on it. And it actually worked really well. It came out very clean, but this is me just letting it soak while I clean the rest of the Keurig.
Jump into the car on a Friday night, I wanna drive with you. Looking for a bar in the nearest town, I've never seen a sky so blue. We don't have a plan and the night is young, it doesn't matter what we do. There ain't nobody like you look so beautiful. And I'm so lucky to be yours. And you're taking me
And now that the Keurig is deep cleaned, I'm ready to deep clean my countertops. So I'm just grabbing everything off of them and moving them to the dining room table really quick. And then I'm gonna actually get out my dish soap again with my warm microfiber cloth. And I just wanna go over them with the dish soap because I wanna degrease them. I don't wanna just keep adding layers of shine on top with like shining products because that's kind of like my weekly routine. This is more of a deep cleaning routine. So I wanna make sure that they are truly clean before I add any shine product. And I forgot to mention that this video is a part 2. So if you're looking for any motivation to clean something that I'm not cleaning in the kitchen right now, it's probably in the first video. So I'll make sure and link it in my description box as well as at the end of this video in case you want to check out part 1 because that's when I clean everything else. And to put a little shine back on my granite, I love to use the Method Daily Granite Cleaner. It smells really good and it puts a beautiful shine on my very old granite. So I'm actually going to be replacing my granite in just a little while. I'm really excited. I actually chipped the corner off when we first moved here, 12 years ago? And so this granite was original with the house and it's fine. It's just that I totally broke the corner off. And it was right when we moved in and I glued it back with some tacky glue, and do you know it's actually lasted for 12 years. So, but needless to say, it really is time to just replace the whole thing and start over. So I'm really excited to see how that changes the look of the kitchen. And now the counters are all decluttered and deep cleaned and also devoid of all personality, but that's okay because we're going to be adding decorations very shortly. But at least it's clean and I can move on to the next item on my checklist. So I'm going to go ahead and polish up all my stainless, but first I'm going to go ahead and degrease it with the dish soap. So that's my next step, to degrease and polish the rest of my stainless. And I feel like I should just touch on the fact that this checklist is like totally just for fun. So it's just a way to stay motivated. It's kind of like a helpful tool so that we don't have to like try to think of all the different things that we might clean in a given space, and it just takes it off of our minds. But it's really just a guideline. So if there's certain things you want to skip or if you want to add to it, you know, by all means, just modify it for your space. So I don't want anybody to feel like they're failing if they don't do everything on the checklist or that they're not part of the challenge. Everyone who cleans along with me is part of the challenge, and I am so glad to have each and every one of you along for it. Doesn't matter if you do one thing off the checklist or if you do everything off the checklist, you're a part of the challenge, and I'm so glad that you're doing it with us. next up is to declutter and clean out the lower kitchen cabinets. So this is our rice cabinet. My husband is half Thai, and so we have like stuff to make sticky rice. So I like to keep it in this cabinet right here. So I'm going to get that all cleaned off. And then I'm going to be moving on to the corner cabinet. And the corner cabinet you're going to see is a big mess because that's where we keep our toaster. And I feel like whatever cabinet you keep the toaster in is sure to just get full of toast crumbs. It's, it just needs to be vacuumed out. So this is kind of like the small appliances area. So I'm going to pull everything out and see if there's anything that we don't need or use. And I'm going to get it cleaned out really well. And you're definitely going to want to stay tuned because as soon as I finish cleaning out all of these cabinets, we're going to get to the biggest motivation of this whole video, I think, and that's the before and after of my filthy grout. My kitchen floor grout was black. I mean, literally black. And so it was just such a wonderful transformation to get it completely clean and looking literally brand new. So stay tuned for that. And these are the items that did not make the cut. So the last 2 years I've decluttered these items I have not used. So it's an ice cream maker and a waffle maker. So those are going to Goodwill. And next up is this little baking cabinet slash mixing bowls and colanders. So I'm going to pull everything out, get it cleaned up, and see if there's anything in here that I need to declutter.
Talk to me, baby, I've been waiting for a lifetime. Just keep on fading in all these photos, caught in the memories and captured in the highlights.
So this is what I ended up decluttering from that cabinet, and I had a couple things that I'm gonna pull out and put in one of my upper cabinets. So that's what you see me doing right here. And then I'm moving down into the cabinet with like the garbage bags and my husband's lunchbox, paper towels. It's kind of a random cabinet, but it goes by really, really fast. So it's a small cabinet. And then next up on the other side of the kitchen, I'll start in the cabinet that has all of my cutting boards. And this cabinet right here is like the awkward corner cabinet. And so I have all of my cast iron in here, and I'm not going to declutter any of this because I absolutely love it. And I just need to get it cleaned and put right back in. And then next up is the cabinets under the kitchen sink. And those I just need to wipe down that mat really well. It's kind of like a shelf liner, and that does kind of get really gross. And so I'm going to make sure and clean that out really well.
It's been quiet for a day now. Can't bear the silence inside my own head. I keep on hoping somehow we can make this all right. Just keep on trying.
This last cabinet right here is going to be really quick too. This is just where I keep like my pots and pans and the lids. So now I'm moving into the drawers, and I did not want to take all of these drawer organizers out because they kind of fit in like a perfect way, and I was afraid I wouldn't be able to quickly get them back in there just like that. So I'm just going to declutter these drawers and keep the organizers in here and just clean them while they're still in the drawers. So I'm going to do that really quick, and then we're moving on to wiping the outsides of the cabinets. And I feel like I've been talking so much on this video, and you guys probably want to hear more music right now. So I'm going to let you listen to the music while I finish decluttering these drawers.
Talk to me, baby, I've been waiting for a I've been putting on a fake smile, even though I'm wasting time. I don't want to be trapped in a box, trying to be like the rest when I'm not. I just wanna go my own way, gonna let the past burn down, cause honestly don't wanna be stuck in boring conversations with you. With you, I'm gonna leave it all behind, find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way now. 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 I'll be going away for a while. Oh, and I don't know what I'll find. Maybe I can be a rock star, playing songs on my guitar. I know I have to be somewhere else to be able to find myself. Shouldn't be so complicated if I listen to my heart. I'm gonna leave it all behind, find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way now. 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 I don't wanna be trapped in a box. I just wanna go my own way. 'Cause I am on my way. 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 I am on my
Okay, the cabinets are all decluttered and cleaned, and the outsides are deep cleaned. And so now I'm just giving my kitchen a really good sweep, and I'm gonna mop the floors because I want the floors to be very clean before I clean the grout. And I just wanna thank you so much if you're still with me at this point, because this video is much longer than my usual video. So if you are still with me right now, I just wanna say a special thank you for supporting my channel. So I'm gonna go over this floor with my Light and Easy steam mop and the Method floor cleaner in the Spearmint Sage scent. And then we'll work on getting this grout clean.
It never has. As I told you, it's not you. This is something from before I even met.
Clean my grout, I'm going to be using the CORA'S Clinging Bleach Gel. And this is pretty much like a miracle product. It works so well. I had seen the reviews and my friend was telling me about how well it worked. We even tried a swatch in her house and it worked so well, but I really just couldn't believe it until I saw it on my own tile. So you just kind of trace the grout lines with this, and it's in such a nice little dispenser, so it makes it very easy. And then you just let it sit for like 5-10 minutes. Basically, by the time you're done the floor, it's probably gonna be time to scrub it off. And you don't have to scrub hard like I thought I had to in the beginning, but you don't. Like just a little toothbrush or grout brush will get it right up. You do not have to scrub at all, really. And just a couple things I wanna say about this product. Number one, it's a bleach product. So I don't know if this is compatible with the grout lines that you have, or if it might disintegrate them a little bit or break them up. I tested a little patch on mine and it was perfectly fine. And I know with these kind of products, like you don't want to use them a lot. So you don't want to put bleach on your grout lines like every week or anything like that, or even every month. This is just like an occasional way to deep clean your grout lines. It's kind of a hack. So, I would plan on only doing this once or twice a year because I wouldn't want to risk like my grout breaking up or anything like that. But like I said, I had no problems with it. It didn't do anything bad to my grout. It looked perfect. But I just want to say, like, proceed, with caution, and make sure you test a little patch to make sure that your grout like tolerates the bleach. And then also make sure you're protecting yourself by like opening windows, opening doors. You might want to wear a mask or some eyewear, just whatever you would do when you're working with bleach. Just go ahead and take those precautions. So I'm just going to finish scrubbing right here. It only took me about probably 15 or 20 minutes to scrub all this off. And then I'm going to go over it with a mop until I think that I've gotten like most of the bleach off. And guys, I have gray grout, so if it doesn't look white, it's because it's not white. I have gray grout, and I have not seen it look this good since the day we installed it. It literally looks like day one of getting our new floors. So I was more than satisfied. I was like pretty much astonished at how wonderful this turned out. My floors looked like the day they came in. And I'm gonna go ahead in with this grout sealer because I would actually like them to stay this way for a little bit. I feel like they get dirty so easily and so quickly. And so sealing the grout is probably the best way to not have to use that bleach, too frequently. And so I'm taking the extra time and the extra step to seal the grout. So hopefully it'll last me a while. And at this point, it was about 11 p.m. and I was so tired, and all I wanted to do was just go take a shower and get in bed. But I had one more item on my checklist, and that was to deep clean my kitchen trash can. And it was obviously too late to go outside and spray it down with the hose, so I decided to just give it a bath. So here I am just scrubbing down the trash can in the bathtub, which unfortunately means I have to deep clean the bathtub after, but that's okay because I was just really glad to get that last item checked off my list to say that my list was finally complete.
No matter where it ends, as long as I've got you, I'm not letting it fade.
For the inside of the lid here, I'm just using Barkeeper's Friend, and then I'm going to go ahead and polish the outside of the trash can.
Asking for change, we got good things coming.
And I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who stopped by my channel today to watch my video. I really hope you liked it, and I hope it gave you lots of motivation. No matter if you're doing the challenge or not, I just hope that it gave you motivation to enjoy cleaning your house and getting excited about all the spaces that you can declutter and clean and organize, and how good it feels to have your house in order. So thanks again for stopping by. Make sure you're subscribed before you leave so that I can see you on the next video. And you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.